I am not the villain in this story. I do what I do because there is no choice.
Rerouting tether coordinates complete.
Our time is up. I can't kill you, but I won't have you standing in our way. Until we see each other again.
With the Crucible taken away once more, Doomslayer is exiled to an unspecified location. During the teleportation, he reminisces about his past. This is a man who has hunted demons for a very long time. Originally a Marine soldier from Earth, he was once deployed to Mars to prevent demons from Hell. And he was the only survivor from that mission. To make sure they don't invade Earth, he stayed there, and even defeated the Demon Lord, Spider Mastermind, before his homecoming to Earth. But this whole thing was a trap to locate the coordinates of Earth. The demons succeeded in doing so, and destroyed the planet. To make up for his unintentional mistake and save the planet, the man entered the portal and took the fight to Hell. He closed the portal from the inside to prevent another invasion, and chose to stay in Hell to fight the demons for eternity. His name? Well, in the present day, we call him the Doom Guy. God knows how much time has passed. Doom Guy continued walking between dimensions, hunting. He realized that he wasn't in his solar systems. It was a parallel universe, another reality from his. Weary from his long battle, he becomes stranded in the valleys of Argent D'Nur and was captured by the Night Sentinels.
We found him in the valley, just outside the castle walls. He was badly wounded and wearing this.
Guts. Huge guts. Kill them. Must kill them all.
He has fight in him yet.
In spite of his injuries.
Send him to the arena. Let him be judged like the others.
Night Sentinels, warriors of Argent D'Nur, oath to protect their homeworld and serve the elemental race as their instruments of power. A race from another world was impressed with their might. The Makers from the realm of Urdak. The word Urdak meant words like paradise and heaven in other tongues. In the beginning, there was the Father and a single Maker who served him. A Maker transfigured every 10,000 years, with his soul splitting into pieces to form other lives as Makers, Seraphims, and Maker drones, all serving different purposes. As they have acted as protectors for many civilizations, the Makers granted the Argenta long-lasting peace and prosperity in their civilization, and the chosen ones who oathed to serve were submitted to the divinity machine, which granted the subjects with enhanced strength and agility. A group of alchemists that honored the dead, the priests of the Order Diag, were granted arcane magic that allows them to see beyond worlds. And the king of Argent D'Nur, upon seeing civilizations in distress, he deployed the Sentinels on the Fortress of Doom, a warship as big as an asteroid, and liberated the mortals, spreading the gospel of the Makers. And so time passes again in the Valley of Argent D'Nur, the priest finds Doom Guy. As per tradition, he was sent to the Sentinel Colosseum, a holy arena for trial by combat. The victorious would be sent to the front lines of the army, so one may die in redemption.
You'll make a fine addition to the front lines, stranger.
The demons! They are everywhere. Must kill them all!
Dress his wounds and bring him to us. I want to know more about the others he speaks of.
Yes, Your Grace.
Portal of unknown origin opens in Argent d'Nor, and armies of ancient evil beings march into the planet. They were the demons that wanted to take the powers of the race. The Night Sentinels fought back, but the crashing waves of evil were stronger than any other foe they faced. Meanwhile, Doomguy knew exactly what they were facing. He insisted that he must go into the front lines, but the Sentinels were doubtful in accepting an Outlander as one of them. However, King Novik saw Doomguy's potentials and trained him to be one of the Sentinels, then sent him to the front lines. King Novik proved his insight right. Doomguy massacred the demons like he was their worst nightmare. The warriors who fought alongside him saw it unyielding hatred and rage, and were astounded by his fighting spirit. With his entry, the tide has turned. Demons attempted to turn it back by bringing the Dreadnought, an ancient Titan warrior, into the battlefield. Zamor, who we previously knew as the Seraphim, also took notice of Doomguy's might at that time. The Seraphim, without Calm Maker's consent, put him inside a divinity machine for reasons unknown, and granted him divine strength, making him as strong as a Seraphim. Thus, with divine powers, he held the Crucible and faced Dreadnought. And after a long battle, the giant Titan was slain. He was deemed as a hero by the citizens of Argent d'Nor and gained this famous title. This was the origin of the name Doomslayer. However, the war was far from over. To put an end to the demons, the king commanded the Sentinels to the factory that harvested essences of the fallen. But the portal that the Sentinels came in was closed unexpectedly, and they were stranded in hell. Their homeworld was empty and unguarded, and it instantly fell to the demons' hands, being absorbed as a part of hell. This event is the consequence we know from the betrayer who lost his son, and an Argenta priest who was corrupted by the lust for power, the Outgrow's scheme. So Doomslayer and the Sentinels, trapped there, gave their lives to cleanse hell and died an honorable death. Doomslayer, who led the Sentinels, just like his past, was left among the demons again. Eventually, he fell to the Hell Priest's trap and was sealed there. Thousands of years later, he was recovered by the UAC. Upon his release,
rip and tear until it is done.
He eradicated the demons on Mars, slaying the Spider Mastermind as a grand finale. But after the battle, he was exiled by Samuel, and this is the story we've covered so far. It was the year 2050 on Earth, as all of the Argent filters on Mars were destroyed. Hordes of demons started invading planet Earth. Although military actions were taken immediately, all defenses fell before the Dark Ones. The survivors evacuated in temporary shelters, but it didn't take long for the demons to find them too. The surface of Earth became uninhabitable due to the Lazarus waves that contaminated and mutilated human bodies. It did not take more than a month for the demons to wipe out 60% of the population. Among the survivors, a demon-worshipping cult was rising. and it seemed like the end was near. As nations collapsed and fell one by one, a year passes in 2151, when all hope was lost as energy was depleted. Like a miracle, someone appeared before the Allied Nations Council with the Crucible. Samuel Hayden, the scientist. Samuel led humanity against hell. With research, he restored the Argent energy within the Crucible and provided humanity the technologies of UAC, while also establishing the Armored Response Coalition. Samuel led the ARC himself, restoring corrupted areas as shelters, and deployed forces to scavenge useful supplies. On Phobos, one of the moons of Mars, Ark built and installed the BFG 10,000 to strengthen defense against the demons. With Samuel's leadership, people considered him as the last hope for humanity. However, they were fighting a losing battle, even with Samuel. He knew simply defending won't guarantee survival. With the newly built Seaborn Command Center, he plans a counterattack to invade Hell directly, the Operation Hellbreaker. But Samuel's final plan ultimately ended in failure. Only few Ark soldiers returned along with Samuel's robotic remains and the demonic blade Crucible. A crew of scientists led research in place of Samuel, but their numerous efforts were proven unsuccessful. The year 2163, a decade has passed since, when humans were crying in agony, losing hope. An unknown giant fortress enters Earth's orbit.
Against all the evil that hell can conjure, all the wickedness that mankind can produce, we will send unto them only you. Rip and tear until it is done.
We must pray now. Pray that he is watching.
Please, anyone, if you can hear me, if you're out there.
Attempting to acquire the Hellpriest signal.
Nearly 60% of our planet has been consumed by the invaders.
We have the Hellpriest signal locked in. The target is marked, but the signal will not hold for long.
For it is he that they fear, not man, or his armies. They fear the mark of the beast.